हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज़ करण मशरू। वेलकम टू दिस वीडियो। सो आज के वीडियो में हम एक प्रॉब्लम देखने वाले हैं, दैट इज़ नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट इन अ सर्कुलर एरे। सो सबसे पहले ये नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट टर्म का मतलब समझते हैं। ऑल्दो हमने ये नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट वाला क्वेश्चन स्टैक में कर लिया है पहले, बट दिस इज़ अ लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट। दिस इज़ कंसिडरिंग द एरे टू बी सर्कुलर। सो पहले वापस रिकॉल कर लेते हैं नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट का मतलब क्या है। सो let's say this is my given array, okay, or let's make a little bit more changes. So let's say this, I have here element. Let's say this is element 8, and then you have here, let's say, the element with value 5, okay. सो नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? वी नीड टू फाइंड द नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट फॉर एवरी एलिमेंट इन द एरे। ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट का मतलब ये होता है दैट इफ आई टॉक फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट विच इज एट ith index, then moving from I plus 1 to n minus 1, when you move on the right hand side of the ith element, as soon as you get an element which is greater than a of I, it is the next greater element for the ith index element. What I am trying to say is, let's say you are trying to find the next greater element for ith index element. So moving on the right hand side from I plus 1 to n minus 1, as soon as you come across a index there which has an element value which is greater than a of I, then this element would be the next greater element for this index element. For example, 3 के लिए if I keep on moving to the right, the first element which I will encounter which is greater than 3 is 7. So 7 is the next greater element for 3. For 2, if I move on the right hand side, the first element which I will encounter which is greater than 2 is 7. For 1, if I move on the right hand side, the first element which I encounter which is greater than 1 is 7. For 7, if I move on the right hand side, the first element which I can encounter which is greater than 7 is 9. For 9, if I move on the right hand side, there is no element greater than 9, so next greater element for 9 would be minus 1. For 8, if I move on the right hand side, the first, there is no element greater than 8, so it would be minus 1. For 4, if I move on the right hand side, the first element which I will encounter which is greater than 4 is 5. And for 5, there is no element on the right, so it would be minus 1. Now this is the next greater element array for the given array, considering this array to be linear. Linear in the sense that, so this is the start index and this is the end index. Simple. Now if I consider this as a circular array, it means what? That you have 3, 2, 1, 7, 9, 8, 4, 5, and after 5 you again need to consider 3. You need to consider it as a circle, okay? So basically they will be present in an array from index 0 to n minus 1, but you need to consider it a circular array. मतलब कि जैसे कुछ ऐसा 3, 2, 1, 7, 9, 8, 4, 5. So 3, 2, 1, 7, 9, 8, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, like this you need to consider it circular. So now if I try to find the next greater element for every element in the array, then my answer would be, so now for index I, so for example if I am talking about a index I, then for if I want to find the next greater element for index I will start moving from I plus 1, but I will not stop at n minus 1. So if I do not get next greater element for index I till n minus 1, I will continue in the circle and I will also move from 0 to I minus 1. So for index I, if I am trying to find the next greater element for index I element, I will move from I plus 1 to n minus 1, then again 0 to I minus 1. So I will move in a circle, okay, so like this. Are you getting my point? So for example, if I am trying to find the next greater element for, let's say, 5, so I will move like this, 3, 2, 1, and I will get here 7. I will consider this a circular array, whereas if you look here, after 5 there is no element. But since I am assuming it to be circular, so I will move like this, okay. So for 3, if I move on the right hand side, the first element which I will encounter which is greater than 3 is 7. For 2 it would be 7 again. For 1 it would be 7. For 7 it would be 9. For, remember, it is the next greater element means the first element which you encounter on the right hand side which is greater than a of I, okay. So position wise, the first element which you encounter which is greater than a of I. Okay, so it's not value wise which is nearest. So for 7, if I look at the greater elements than 7 on the right hand side, it is 9 and 8, where the nearest is 8, but it's not about the nearest one, it's which comes first. Okay, so for 7 it's 9. For 9 you will move from 8, 4, 5, and after that again continue from 0 till 7, just before 9, and you will not get any element, so -1. For 8 you move from 4, 5, then again continue from here, and you will encounter 9 as the next greater element if you consider it circular array. For example 8 ke liye you will move from here like this, like this, like this, like this, and you will come at 9 if you are considering the array to be circular. For 4 it would be 5, and for 5 if you consider the circle, then it would be 3, 2, 1 and 7. So for 5 the next greater element would be 7. So for 5, if you move from 3 to 1 like this, you will come across this element, and that is the next greater element. So this is the next greater element array for this input array, considering it to be circular. Are you getting my point? So for this input array it is this, whereas for this input array it is this. Okay, so here we are interested in finding the next greater element in a circular array. So what would be the brute force approach? The brute force approach would be to use 2 for loops. So for every index I from 0 to n minus 1, I will try to find its next greater element. And for index I will run a loop from j equal to I plus 1 to n minus 1 plus 0 to I minus 1. Basically for index I will run a loop from I plus 1 to n minus 1, and then again from 0 to I minus 1 until I find an element which is greater than a of I. If I do not find any element, I mark it as -1, and if I find it, I'll mark that as the next greater element for this array element. Okay, so from I plus 1 to n minus 1 plus from 0 to I minus 1, I'll make a loop, and if I get an element which is greater than a of I, I'll place it. Okay, otherwise I'll mark -1 for the next greater element position for ith index. Okay, so that's the idea. This approach will take big O of n square amount of time. So let's implement this, then in the further video we'll look at the efficient implementation. So next greater element in circular array dot cpp, this is part 1. So I would say include IO stream using name space standard int main. Okay, and I'll just put the AI off. So first I would have n, that is number of elements. So I'll take the value of n from the user, then I would take a of n, and then answer of n. Okay, so what I will do is I will take the array elements from the user, and I would also mark answer of I as -1. Okay, so अगर किसी एलिमेंट के लिए हमें नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट मिला, then that would be overwritten for ith index. If we do not get it, it will remain -1. Now for I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and now I would say for j equal to I plus 1, j is less than n, j plus plus. If a of j is greater than a of I would say answer of I is equal to a of j, and I will break. Okay, so if answer of I is not equal to -1, it means we have found next greater element, then I'll continue. Otherwise I'll run another loop, that is for j equal to 0, j is less than I, so it will go till I minus 1, j plus plus. If a of j is greater than a of I, then answer of I is equal to a of j, and I'll break. Okay, so that's the idea, and now I'll print the array elements. So alright, so this is one approach. Another approach which you can do is, so instead of writing this 2 for loops differently, what you can do is you can also combine the 2 for loops. How? So I can say for I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, I want to find the next greater element for index I. So I would say for j equal to I plus 1, j is less than equal to I minus 1. Okay. So no, this will not work. J is not equal to I, sorry. Okay. And j is equal to j plus 1 modulo n. Okay. So if a of j is greater than a of I, then I would say answer of I is equal to a of j and break. Alright. So I hope आपको ये तो समझ में आ ही गया होगा. In the first loop I am moving from I plus 1 to n minus 1, and if I get a next greater element I'll update it, and if I have got it I'll continue with the next index I. Otherwise I'll run a loop from 0 to I minus 1, and if I get a next greater element then I'll update it. अब यहाँ पे जो है ना, ये मैंने क्या किया है, j will move from I plus 1 and it will move until j does not become equal to I again. What does that mean? And j is equal to j plus 1 modulo n. See, let's say my index j is my index I is here. Okay, so my j will start from here. Okay, then here the total number of elements are how much? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Number of elements are 8, and this index is how much? 0 1 2 3 4 5. This index is 5. So after that it will be j equal to, j will start from I plus 1, it will start from here. Then I will say j equal to j plus 1 modulo n. So 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 modulo 8 is 6. J will come here. Then 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 modulo 8 is 7. So j will come here. Then 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 modulo 8 is 0. So j will come here. So are you getting my point? It traversed from I plus 1 to n minus 1 and then it moved back to 0. When I say j equal to j plus 1 modulo n. Now 0 plus 1 is 1, modulo 8 is 1. So j will come here. Then 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 modulo 8 is 2. So j will come here. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 modulo 8 is 3. J will come here. Then 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 modulo 8 is 4. So j will come here. But as soon as j will come here, it will become equal to I. So I'll come out of the loop. So basically it will run from I plus 1 to n minus 1 in a circular fashion. Okay. So clang plus plus, next circular, and dot slash a dot out. So number of elements are how much? 8, and the array elements are 3 2 1 7 9 8, 3 2 1 7 9 8 4 5. Okay. 3 2 1 7 9 8 4 5, and answer would be 777 9 minus 1 9, 777 9 minus 1 9, and then 5, and then you have some garbage value 5, and then finally it should be 7. So let's see why am I getting garbage value for I equal to 0 to acha. So here also I need to start with I plus 1 modulo n. Okay, why? See, I'll explain you. Basically, let's say my I is here. So my j starts from I plus 1 and goes in a circular fashion until j doesn't become equal to I again, right? So let's say my I is here, which is equal to n minus 1, that is 7. Now I am initializing my j with I plus 1. Now what would be I plus 1? It will be 8. But is there any index 8 element here? No. When my I is here, my j should start from 0 and go up till n minus 2. So here I should say modulo 8 in initialization. So if my I is here, which is 7, then 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 modulo 8 is 0. So my j will start from 0. That is nothing but here. Okay. So let's compile it again and let's run it. So there are 8 elements, and if I just execute this, so now I have got 777 9 minus 1 9 5 7. Okay, what would be the time complexity? There is a loop inside a loop. Both loops take n amount of time. So time complexity would be big O of n square. Okay, so that's the inefficient approach. In the next video we will look at its efficient approach. I hope आपको इस वीडियो में सब कुछ समझ में आया होगा. Thank you.